Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Chat. Today I have come with the first video web hosting video series. Okay guys, let's have a look what is the definition of web hosting. Web hosting is an online service that enables you to publish your website, a web application on the internet. A web hosting service is a type of internet hosting service that allows individuals and organizations to make their website accessible via the World Wide Web. Web hosts are companies that provide space on a server owned and leased for use by clients, as well as providing internet connectivity, typically in a data center. So this is the definition of web hosting. So now let's see what are the main types of web hosting. We have 4 types of web hosting: shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, the cloud hosting. Guys, let's see what is shared hosting. Shared hosting is the least expensive hosting option, and it is generally the first and easiest type of hosting for new sites and small sites that don't have large amount of traffic. In shared hosting, many sites, hundreds, even thousands, share space on a server provided by a hosting company. This makes it is possible for the host to offer hosting plans at very low price, even for free. Okay, and also there is a downside of shared hosting. Your site's neighbors on the server can infect your site with viruses and malwares, and because all the sites housed on a single server must share the resources of that server. If one site has a surge in traffic that ties up server resources, it can cause other sites to slow down or even crash. Shared hosting companies usually offers access to leading website building software, including WordPress, but site owners are largely on their own for getting their sites up and running. So now let's see what are the advantages of shared hosting. Most cost-effective type of web hosting. As I mentioned earlier, the cost is very low, and some web hosting providers provide this shared hosting plan free, because all the resources are shared between 100 even 1,000 customers, and their all websites are running on a single server. And this is easy to set up because each plan provides you the WordPress installation setup, so then you can easily install the web hosting platform like WordPress, and you can easily set up your website. So one advantage is here, easy to set up, no technical knowledge required. This is another advantage. So if you come to web hosting in shared hosting, you no need technical knowledge. The web hosting platform like WordPress is very easy to set up, so you can easily create your website. And this is great for beginners and small websites because the cost is very low. So you can easily purchase this, and you have to pay some small amount of money monthly, and you can create your website. But if your company going large day by day, you should go for another plan. But if you are a beginner, this is the best plan for your website. Okay, now we come to disadvantages. The first one is sharing server resources with other websites. So no limitation, and if someone use the high resources, it's affect to your website also. That's the disadvantage. The performance issue are out of your control, so that's due to that one. Slower loading times and lower uptime rates. There is a possibility to, when all the website hosting a single server, to down all the complete server, because if some website is affected, and if some websites are attacked by someone, there is a risk to completely down the total server. So if it is happened, your website is also down. So it means that this is a disadvantage. You have lower uptime rates when you are using the shared hosting plan. And also this is not scalable because you are sharing the resources among multiple customers. Okay, now we are coming to second hosting plan. We call it VPS hosting. VPN stands for virtual private server. This hosting type is a step above shared web hosting. When a website outgrows their shared plan, it is common for owners to upgrade to a VPS. With a virtual private server, your website will still be sharing single server with other websites. However, the number of websites you will be sharing it with is significantly lower. The main server is split into multiple virtual servers. Hence, these virtual servers can be customized by individual websites. Even though main server is shared with other sites, your website will have dedicated resources with the VPS. So I will explain again what is VPS hosting. There is a single server, but as per in the shared hosting, here also you have a single server and they shared this with multiple customers, but this is not like shared hosting. Here the hosting provider create virtual private servers and offer them to their customers. So there is a dedicated resources for each VPS server. Virtual private server has their dedicated resources. So it means that no problem with the sharing resources. And when there is dedicated resources for one virtual private server, so the VPS servers can provide is limited to that single server because they have to offer dedicated resources. Okay, on my screen now you can see the comparison of shared hosting and VPS hosting. So shared hosting, you have dedicated server resources shared among each site. But when you see on right hand side, there is VPS hosting plan. You have dedicated server. On dedicated server, the virtual private servers are running and they have dedicated resources. If they have let's say they have 100 amount of resource and they are planning to host 3 VPS server. So 100 divided by 3 is the amount of resource one VPS server have. So it means that there is no worry like in shared hosting. In a VPS server, there is dedicated resources. So as per on my screen, in a single VPS server is offered for a customer. So let's say I need VPS hosting plan. So I will contact a VPS hosting provider. Then I will purchase my VPS server. So then I will create my website on that VPS server. So that is VPS hosting. Okay, now advantages of VPS hosting: dedicated server resources, ability to make custom configuration to your server, higher uptime rates and faster loading space, more cost effective than a dedicated server. Okay, let's go to the next page. So disadvantages: sharing the main server with other websites, not as easy to set up as a shared server. It still has limitation in terms of what you can control. Okay, let's discuss about these points. Here still the main server is sharing between each customer, but only thing here different from the shared hosting is here on a single server you have virtual private server. So that's the only difference, but you have underlying single server. And when you come to here, you have a server. So it means that you need to set up your website. You need to set up your VPS server, you need to install WordPress or anything you wish, then you need to set up your website. It is hard uh, when we compare with the shared hosting. Okay, so you need to set up your VPS server to create a website. But when we talk about the shared hosting, they have already they provide the tenant for us. There is WordPress there, so then we can set up our website easily. Okay, now we are talking about the third type of the web hosting. This is dedicated hosting. So we talk about shared hosting, VPS hosting, but the both hosting plan has a same thing, that they have underlying single server. But when we come to dedicated hosting, each customer has a dedicated server. So that's the difference. It means that there is no any other customers over a single server. Okay, so that's the difference between shared and VPS hosting and dedicated hosting. Okay. Dedicated hosting eliminates all concerns about sharing a server with other users. And this kind of hosting arrangement gives clients complete control over everything related to site. Dedicated hosting can be expensive, costing up to 100 per month. But for larger and more complex sites with large amounts of traffic, a sensitive data that need high security, this kind of hosting provides full control. If your website is if your website has large amount of traffic, and if you have sensitive data, and if you need high security, you must purchase and you must go for a dedicated hosting plan. The underlying single server is also in your control, and there is no customer's websites running on that server. Only your website is running on your single server, and you can control everything. The dedicated hosting plans are typically reserved for the enterprise level websites. That means more than 100,000 monthly visits, and not to mention plenty of revenue coming into the effort server. So it means that if you have million of visitors, so this is the best plan for your web hosting. Okay, now you can see on my screen the shared hosting, single server, and it is share amount, multiple and customers. But when you come to dedicated hosting, so you have single server and you have only your own website. Okay, let's talk about advantages. Complete control over the server, not sharing resources with any other websites, high security, fast load times, high uptimes, and optimal performance. When we talk about disadvantage, most expensive type of web hosting, because you need to purchase underlying single server also, and requires technical knowledge because you need to control underlying server, and you need to control your running operating system, and you need to control your website. So you have to worry many more things. So it means that you need more technical knowledge, and you are responsible for everything. So these are the disadvantages of dedicated hosting. And now I have come to the last type of web hosting. It is cloud hosting. Cloud hosting is like a hybrid version of a VPS, but more cost effective. Cloud hosting plans comes with the multiple remote servers. Each server has different responsibilities. If one of the server is compromised, has a problem, the other servers on the network will take over those responsibilities and pick up the slack. If any website with more than 50,000 monthly page visitors could consider a cloud plan. Websites that have outgrown their shared plan and need to upgrade see cloud hosting as an alternative option to a VPS. Okay, so you can see the traditional hosting on left hand side. So right hand side you can see that the everything, if one server is compromised down, then other server will come and take the responsibility. So this is something advanced in the cloud hosting plan. Okay, let's see about advantages. High security, scale resources on demand, less unexpected downtime. The disadvantages: pricing is not always fixed, unpredictable traffic can increase cost, limited customization. So guys, these are the disadvantages of cloud hosting plans. So we talk about the web hosting. So I hope guys you have an idea now about what is the web hosting and what are the types of web hosting. So if you are a business owner and if you are a beginner and if you are willing to learn about web hosting, so you can think about these plans and you can select which is suitable for you. So I hope that you guys understood these things, and please subscribe my YouTube channel, and please share this video with your friends, and also please follow me on Facebook, and please visit my websites, and you can learn many more things. And in the next video I will talk about how to create your own website. So please subscribe my YouTube channel, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much.